Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Little Great Garage. In today's episode, we're bringing back my customized Yamaha golf cart. Like 2 years ago, I'm not sure. We put a brand new seat on this, a set of 4 brand new wheels and tires, and then the motor blew up. It didn't actually explode. It's just the inside and all of it. It doesn't run anymore. Is what I'm trying to say. It's supposed to have like 120 to 160 pounds of compression, and it has 20. I can literally just spin it like this with my hand. It is not going to run unless we put rings in it, but we're going to try to motor swap this thing with a 16 horsepower Predator electric start engine. But we got to get this thing drug out here first. We need to get a new seat for it because it's all moldy, clean it all. So I'm going to grab the air compressor, check all the tires, we'll get this thing drug up to the barn. We'll go a little bit more back. There. Good? Yep. Yeah. Well, here it is. We got it pushed in here. Like I said, it has brand new tires. This one's going to need a valve stem because it's cracked. Really nice tires. We're going to have to get some cleaner for the seat. Was brand new. It's not now. This is covered in mold. I want to take that off anyways and try to resituate the seal and stuff on that. And then headlight, which this one works, I believe. I don't have any power, of course, but this one was ripped off. I tried to hot glue it back on, and it worked for a while actually, but then when you started to drive it in the rain, it did not hold up good. And I have that holy light bar that I might mount somewhere on here in a different video. And then, like I said, the brakes are very sticky. Push them down, stay down, and that's not even the parking brake. That click was. So that's really messed up. We gotta figure that out. We gotta clean it up because covered in lease and duct tape. Me and my brother put a body on this, like cardboard body for fun a while ago. More leaves, and then you can see where water used to sit in here. So I'm wondering if that's why this tire was flat. More weight, but that wouldn't be a lot more weight. Let's lift this thing up and let's see what we got going on under there. All right, let's get this thing opened up here. Yeah. Oofta. I'm gonna get you guys in here closer because it's looking rough. Well, here's our big fuel tank. It's kind of loose and it smells like gas really bad. It's half full. Here's our oil tank. It pre-mixes it for you. There's probably nothing in that. Belt's about to blow. And here's the engine. This is very loose. I don't even know what that is. Looks like it has a newer carb on it, but I think somebody was messing with it in the forest because all of this was dismantled when I came out there. Even this was taken off. So the carburetor has fuel leaking out of it and is just full of junk now. We have a huge engine leak down there. There's gas and oil dripping over everything. And this thing has no compression. The engine is turning over right now, literally. You can't even hear it making the noise. And it's hooked up to a generator, so that just shows. I've messed around with this thing for hours before. Compression tests, doing all that stuff. It's not going to run the way it is. Let's take a look over here. It has a newer battery because we parked it a while ago and then me and my brother got it running again and then it broke again. So this is dead. I'm going to have to throw that on the charger or something. We have all of our digital stuff up here, which I don't want to mess with, but we're going to have to take that out. We have rear suspension. It's very blown out because I'm literally squishing the whole thing right now. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Someone's been wearing on the belt. It's a huge line right there. Not sure what that's about. huge crack right here, so something could have shot out of that. Throttle still works pretty good actually. But I'm not sure what we're gonna put in this because I don't know if a Predator 212 is gonna just bolt up to this thing, or if anything's even gonna fit in here. Because now that I'm looking at it, we have that much room because the axle's right there, ends right there. So we have, well, no, because the exhaust is gonna be gone. So let me grab a tape measure. So we have 22 inches of room to fit a new engine in here. And if we come back here, Predator Ghost is, let's see, $14 long, but then plus that and then exhaust. So we might be able to fit that in there. The engine I had for this is not going to fit just looking at it. So I guess I'm going to have to order another Ghost or something. But we're going to have to come in here every time and pull start it, which I guess is alright. Because then we don't have to worry about the generator and literally all of this. We'll lose 50 pounds of weight, including the battery. So, we're going to get some stuff ordered. And I'll see you guys when we're hopefully taking this old thing out, putting a new one in. So next day, we're back at it. I don't really know where to start, but I'm just going to start kind of taking things apart, making a little pile of it, so we can start to get this engine out. And then this case looks like it's bolted to that, so I'll unbolt that. Looks like 10mm, take off our throttle cable, disconnect the alternator, try to slip off the belts, and then we'll just go from there. Well, just got back from town, went and got some lunch really quick. So far, I got all this out, which is air filter, cover, and then the weird tube and jig that goes to the carb. And then I got battery off. I got all of our connectors off that were on the alternator slash starter. I got these disconnected so far. This one was already disconnected, which I don't think was the issue because it did have spark. I checked multiple times. And I think when I was taking off the cover right here, I ripped it, which is why it's disconnected. So now I think we're gonna try to get like this exhaust or alternator off. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna set a time lapse, get to work. I got a new mechanic hired here, Theodore. He's gonna help me out a little bit and we'll get to work. Springs off of the exhaust, this back pressure thingamajig, all the bolts out, and it looks like it's ready to come out. We're gonna have a lot of scrap metal money after this. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a big exhaust, or muffler, I guess you could say. Look at the room that's opening up here. All this is open now. Now all this is open. Soon all that's gonna be open and all this. And this big thing weighs a pretty good amount. pretty good scrap money. We'll just keep adding to the pile. I'm gonna give that battery back to my dad. I used that a long time ago because this is kind of a dumb design. They put the battery right there. So if your battery dies and you have to jump it, you can't just turn these over and let it idle. When you hit the gas, they start. When you let off the gas, they die. So we had to literally put a brand new battery in it just to drive it for like 10 days for it to break again. I also forgot to tell you guys that this thing's like been pretty abused. Not abused, but beat up. There used to be a pond right there, and we actually jumped this into that. So it's probably part of the reason of all this rust. Still pretty solid, but corners are starting to give out. We're probably just gonna plasma cut this out because we don't need that. Frame looks solid, like it really does. Doesn't look like the frame's too rusted or anything. Does this come off? We'll have to figure out how to get that off. And now I think I'm gonna start getting rid of electrical and that thing right there. Starter / alternator, and then we'll just go from there, I guess. I also actually bought this from my dad a few years ago when he got his Gator because this blew up. I bought it from him for 17 bucks, and he's out of town right now, and he has no idea any of this is happening. Alright, let's get this gas tank out. Now last time I tried to get this engine running, I checked for spark, I checked for fuel. I was getting all that, it just would not run. So that's why we're doing this, so don't think that it's like a good engine, because it is not one bit. A whole bunch of old fuel line we don't need. Yeah. Throw that in the trash. Alright, now we have a lot more room to work with stuff. Just got the little oil tank thing out. And now I'm still gonna have to try to work on this. I got it all disassembled, I got the belt off. And it moves side to side, but this right here will not come out. So now that I have more room because the tank's gone, I can bang on that a little bit and see if we can get that thing free. Look at all of the junk on this engine. All that just gunk scraping off. So much of it too. It's just piled up everywhere. I don't know what to do because I can't get this off. I'm just holding the starter on and I can't get to the engine without the starter off. So I don't know what to do. I literally cannot get it. I'm gonna go grab a torch, I think, and try it with that. But if that doesn't work, then I literally have no idea. Well, I bought this at Harbor Freight. It's just for something to bang something around, not beat it up. And I've been using that for this forever, and then I realized that don't do a lot. So I got this thing and literally blew it right out. So should be able to just pull it out now. It's still a little tight, so I'll grab this vice grip that's been sitting down here for 17 years. We'll clamp it, if I even can with one hand, and pull it out. There it is. This little stinker was in there. It's really nice and tight. Let's get this thing pulled out now. Alright, I don't know how heavy this is going to be. It's just a big motor. Oh, not bad. be a good amount of scrap right there. My new boots are getting too dirty doing all this. Nice, we'll throw this with the other pile of junk. And now we have a lot more room to do this. Now we're just gonna start taking apart other stuff so I can start to get this engine pulled out. I forgot this snapped a while ago. I don't even know how that's possible, but it is, I guess. So I believe this is what's holding on the throttle cable. Geez, that's tight. Why is everything so tight on this thing? Well, I'm starting to take apart all the digicals and get it all disconnected. Came back here to disconnect our throttle cable, which I got off. And if we look right here, this throttle cable is wedged into the suspension just like that. So that was very dangerous because I could have broke the cable, made it stuck wide open. So I'm glad that I saw that while I did. Just getting a lot of stuff disconnected right now. All these are disconnected. All this stuff. I'm just getting under there, which is why I have it jacked up, so that I can disconnect all of this, because this all runs up into that digital area thing. I think I can disconnect this. Ow, yep, that's disconnected. Another thing that's cool, this thing has like an exhaust flapper. Don't know why that's a thing, but it is. This is also all broken. This is insanely loose, which I don't think is normal. So we're finding a lot of issues here that could have been the issue, but I know pretty much that it's the rings. It literally had 20 pounds of compression, which is nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work, taking all of this stuff off, and I'll see you guys when hopefully we're taking that engine out, or starting to at least. So I've been looking at this cable wondering what it is, and I'm thinking it might be the choke cable. Oh gosh. Okay, well it's some sort of cable. Yeah, choke's on. Holy. Wow. Long choke cable. Now I can just like cut this off, so we don't need that anymore. Well, I've been sitting here for 38 hours trying to get the motor mounts loose, and then I realized I had a $280 impact sitting 2 feet from me. So now I should be able to get it out and then pull this engine off. Alright, I think it's loose. Yep. Let's take this belt off if I even can. Let's see if we can pull this thing out. I don't know if I can do it. Oh, it's so dirty. Ooh, I already see an issue. I got some pliers. I know there's at least going to be 5 things I forgot to disconnect because I can't see half of it because there's so much junk everywhere, and dirt and mud. So there's a fuel line back here. I got that. I think we got it. Just gotta pull it out. Oh yeah. Yes. Engine is out. Whew. Guys, it is finally out. Holy, made a huge mess here. Look at how much junk there is. There's our fuel pump, I believe. So it uses the pulse from the rear end, I believe, to pump fuel. So we can just use that for the new engine for this. I don't think I've told you guys what I'm putting in it yet. But now I say I'm gonna add that to the scrap pile. Let's roll this thing down to the pressure washer and give it a clean. Actually, first I'm gonna get all this off, then we'll take it out to the pressure washer. All right, guys, look at this. Everything is gone except for the rear end, obviously. We're gonna have to make some sort of custom linkage to do that. But this thing is filthy. Now that everything's taken out and all that, we're gonna take this thing down to the pressure washer. I'm not gonna film it, I'm just gonna get it done, clean the whole area under it, and then we're gonna get back to work engine swapping this thing. Just got back from the pressure washer and this thing looks way better. All the mold up here is gone. Most of the mold on the seat is gone except for right there. The back is way cleaner, except for up there. I couldn't see up there when I was pressure washing. And it just looks so much better. So now I'm gonna use the old engine off of this go-kart. So the engine we're putting in it is gonna be one exactly like that. A Predator 212 Ghost Racing engine, 16 horsepower, all the modifications and everything. But first I'm gonna use the old engine on the black go-kart to just set on here and see what it's gonna be like, see if it'll fit. And if it does, we're gonna go pick one up and then we'll go from there. All right, so I have the old Predator 212. We're gonna see how this thing lines up. Yeah. Let's see. Looking pretty promising right now, and it's looking good in there. Well, I have parts on the way. Tomorrow we're going to pick up a new engine. So while we're waiting, might as well rebuild the whole golf cart, huh? We'll do all this here, make it look nice and fresh. Look at that, literally brand new. Alrighty, we got our performance kit or accessory kit for the Ghost. And then we got our freshy new engine. And then I got these to put onto my drill. Try to clean up the frame right there before we mount it, just because why not? It's only like $5. But I'm just gonna set a time lapse. I'm gonna get to work assembling this engine, cleaning the frame, doing all the stuff, and you know, all that. And I'll see you guys when this thing's like mounted up and you know, all that stuff. I mean, that just looks like it's meant to be, huh? I mean, I had to put the other exhaust on, which is a bummer. This exhaust looks so nice. But it was hitting that, and then I took off the end piece and it was hitting that. So we're just gonna have to deal with this for now. We'll have to make some custom doodabs and bender jigs to get it going out that way or something. But now I think I'm going to put some oil in it, rob the tank off of that go-kart for now, because that one's not working yet. Throw it on here, order a new one for that one, put that in that, and not on camera, and then we'll put gas in it, fire it up, break it in real quick, then drill holes, mount it all. All right, engine is in and secure, ain't going nowhere. Got custom holes drilled, everything's nice and cleaned up. I don't know what this is yet. I'll have to look that up. But for now, let's see if this thing will fire up. Should, because it's brand new. I have to actually put gas in. I have to put gas in it really quick, and then we'll see if it'll fire up. All right, here we go. I don't think it's getting gas. Let's try it. So far on this episode. First of all, we got a new engine put in this thing, got all the old junk swapped out of it, and we still have a lot of work to do. We still have to put throttle cable on, fix the brakes, we have a broken rear tire, take off the headlights, put on a torque converter, find a belt for it, which I don't even know where I mounted the engine is the size of a belt, like the length. So we're gonna have to figure that all that out. And I'm sorry you guys have to wait for part 2, but it's really tight right now. It's currently Tuesday right now, and I still don't have parts coming till Wednesday and Thursday, and then I have to try to assemble it and then edit and then all this stuff. So next Friday, I'm gonna start uploading every 2 weeks now, forever. There will be a part 2 on this. We're gonna try to get this build done for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Get some.